this day was my worst yet. For a reason I'll go over. Well, this is the point of the briefing anyway. Not long ago. At this point, at the start of the day, there was only the Hokma core suppression condition, where I can change the speed of the rate time flow. And if I stop time, well, there'd be consequences. Well, for now, at this point, yeah, at this point, it sounds better as it's already happened. Got a couple of abnormalities to work on. Only one of them was a tool abnormality. And I had my suspicions about where Bina was. If it was anything like Day 48, she'd appear later on in the day. In that case, I thought it'd be prudent to get rid of the clerks before she appeared. The tool abnormality is called a luminous bracelet. I'll tell you about that later. As the research hadn't been done yet. And I thought it would be prudent. Yeah, I said it. To only have one working on Child of Galaxy. That way, if the equip-off counter went down because one of them died, there'd be a 50% chance of the equip-off counter lowering to 1. Rather than lowering completely if both died. And what we have here, the other abnormality that I primarily focused on was the research. She was the completion of the set of anime come to life. Well, based on what Adam spoke of, well, that's probably how it happened. Their inner beings made reality. Yeah. I was thinking that it wouldn't be a good idea to have everyone affected by that. I mean, can you imagine that? Actually don't. Can't get that tentacle abnormality out of my head. One of those that was rejected. They don't like to talk about that in detail around here. I don't blame them. Let's see. The King of Greed. Probably wherever that magical girl is in. Yeah, it's best to get good results with that one. Because if a good result isn't gotten, well, it risks an instant breach. The King of Greed doesn't exactly have a good margin of error. As a luminous bracelet, that increased fortitude a bit, and also regenerates the physical health of the wearer, although if the wearer isn't taking damage, there's a timer. A minute, to be precise. If the bracelet isn't returned, well, I'm guessing they die of rapidly spreading cancer. And the same applies if they return it before they've completely healed. Yeah. Although the timer resets each time damage is suffered. So if used wisely in a battle, could be useful, couldn't it? I decided not to chance it. Oh yeah. And the time travel facility has still been unstable. As tried this before and failed it. It was a failed attempt, and reverted back to the start of this day. Retained all the equipment. Yeah, the equipment, not really that good, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, and the reason why I was working on the backwards clock is, well, I thought it best to have an insurance policy. In case it got really bad. Yeah, the weapon wasn't a left, but didn't have good range, and the suit, well, looked like it had some uses. Yeah, I suspect that deaths would come this day, considering how Bina was, and there'd be little time to prepare. Not to mention deal with all the abnormalities. The meltdowns, I mean. I knew I wouldn't be able to clear them all if time was moving normally. 960 seconds in. red fixer. Those weren't particularly good. Well, they weren't good at all. Considering the beam attack, which said, "I'm taking you with me." But at the very least, I could do a little damage control. Making sure that as few as possible got caught in the crossfire, while maintaining the red shield. Yeah, I checked and no casualties. That means if the white and black fixers turned up, I'd probably have to use the rabbit team on the white fixer, but deal with the black fixer myself. It wouldn't have been as big a deal. Anyway, it was back to standard procedure. And knowing what happened in the last failed attempt gave me some insight on, well, gave me some knowledge on when Bina would appear. And she was a tough opponent. When I could, well, stop time without consequence. Never mind. Well, let's just say that it was a little more lenient than the first time round against Bina. And Hokma, well, it was a little more lenient against him as well. Only one either panics or dies, although might as well kill him anyway, as they'll count towards the army in black right off counter, and the big bird. Not something I do lightly. And as for Bina, she's a lot weaker than last time. Well, certainly weaker, like with Gabura. Although, there's still the problem of her attacks and grab off meltdowns. She can trigger those. So I'd best move them around. Well, while I can devote the attention. Yeah, devote the attention. Well, attention, yeah. That's a better word. To do so. It was something of a relief that the White Noon wasn't appearing on the next whip-off meltdown. Because the next whip-off meltdown would bring Bina out into the open. And I needed to be ready for her, as I couldn't devote my attention. Yeah, I couldn't split my attention between watching out for the quick-off meltdowns and the fixers. One or the other was hard enough to deal with as it is. I mean, even with time not being as much of an issue. Never mind if it was an issue. Yeah, I got 2 whole sets. The bird set and the magical girl / anime come to life set. What happened next? Well, it's not for me. Yeah, that happened. I know it can't wait until a break. I gotta say this. In fact, I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. But before that, well, still got some work to take care of. And also clerks to avoid the collateral damage with. Because I didn't want the Big Bird or Army in Black to turn up. For the same reasons as not wanting Bina and the other fixers to appear. I mean, there's a difference between agents sacrificing their lives to what is essentially a group of suicide soldiers. In one case there's a point to it, the other there's not. stage set, Bina appeared. Painful to think about, but to get all the meltdowns and get to phase 2, it was necessary. Although I didn't know why I decided to deal with the non-essential abnormalities, the ones that didn't breach, but seemed to do it out of habit more than anything. Yeah, didn't want to take any chances. Yeah, that was the first death, although I wasn't just doing them a favor, I was doing the rest of the facility a favor. Still didn't make me feel any better. I also had to be sure that I timed Bina's meltdown clearance with her staying where she was and not somewhere in between. Yeah, I decided I could wait. And also get rid of the agents in the tool abnormalities. Yeah, now for the purple ones. Had to watch out for the one dealing with the flesh idol as well. Yeah, that was unfortunate. My main army in black. So, yeah, the main army in black agent. So, I had to go for the best that was available at the time. I had my suspicions that it wasn't the last death during the stay. As for the backwards clock, that was for if it got really bad and I needed to get rid of the meltdowns and any escaped abnormalities. Well, it couldn't hurt to be prepared. I believe that it was possible that I didn't need to use it, but I didn't want to take any chances. Oh yeah, and the indestructible creatures of the purple meltdowns. I knew I needed silver and gold just to make it easier for the agents to attack, but purple, that's just to make it easier for everyone else. Yeah, almost forgot that. And now we'll get into the less stable part of Phase 3. The cyan meltdowns. Where I was against the clock and I had to clear them all within a certain amount of time, or Biona would do something that was both damaging and inconvenient. It'd be tight each time, as I wouldn't have enough time to deal with each one. Well, the agents wouldn't have time to deal with Biona after just one. It'd need more than one, even with Biona being weaker than last time. Yeah. This one was definitely going to be tight, and as for the punishing bird, no big deal. Strange. Now that was an anomaly. It didn't go off. Which was convenient for me. Adlo's fighting her. But this battle wasn't over yet. Yeah, like before, she didn't fight back except with. The meltdown of pillars, and only 5 died. Compared to how I thought this was gonna go, I actually did quite well. I was expecting at least half casualties. It was at this point I met the next iteration of myself, describing the others as reflections, trying to stop me from moving forward. Yeah, decided not to hold on to the past and move forward to the future. This was apparently the first time I made it this far. And he knew something, alright. Wanna know what that was? Well, we lost our herds. Yeah, knew you wouldn't get it. Carmen was different about that. Trying to save us. Trying to get us to find our souls. Which is why she did what she did. Although, I was just going through the motions. Well, this iteration was more tasteless than... I mean, tastefully dressed. Yeah, that's more honest. It was the old guy that was tasteless. Yeah, shared my lack of confidence in my abilities. Yeah, committing atrocities just like them. Employees are being hundreds of thousands of deaths. Well, I tried to keep the casualties to a minimum. Yeah, cycle of agony. Dead friends. Yeah, ideal. Not easy to grasp. As for forgiven, well, I'm unsure about that. Yeah. Can't turn back now after all we've been through. I knew that this cycle would soon be broken. And it would be broken on day 15. The mission to seed people's hearts. Yeah, that light is another way of putting it. As for what this facility was gonna do after I talked with him, well, that would be uncharted territory. And we probably wouldn't be around to see what would happen either. Yeah, one more thing to do. Meet the energy quota. And with no constraints this time, hopefully. That was what I was thinking at the time. Yeah, he had confidence in me because I've dealt worse. Had to deal with worse just to get this far. Yeah, and I was right. All I needed to do this day was meet the energy quota. To do that, I'd probably be working on the LF abnormalities more than usual. As they yielded the most energy. final day. And I was afraid that if I got to this point, the moon would come crashing down. Which was of course ridiculous.